Hey y'all, Lana's mom here, and we are on day 12 of finding ways to honor my late daughter. And today, you are in for another special treat. So I don't have a backstory for you just yet. I'm hoping that as I am assisting with what we're going to be doing today, that it will just come to me, and then I'll be able to come back, share my experience with you, and then also share a backstory with you. But for today's activity, we are at Crete Academy in LA off 60th and Crenshaw. We are volunteering at the academy today. I reached out and seen that a teacher, I believe she is a teacher here at the academy, she was seeking help and in need of volunteers to come help. And I assume we are going to be doing a little bit of arts and crafts, in which I hope, because that's what I do have in mind. That's what I came in preparedness for. But if not, I'm still here to lend a helping hand. So today we are at Crete Academy in LA. We are just going to see where it takes us. So again, thank you guys for sticking out this journey with me, and I will see you when I come back. Hi, thank you for having me. No ma'am, this is my first time here.
You just were like, okay, let me go volunteer?
Yes ma'am.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes,
Thank you.
just
So
trying to
I'm going to give you a little tour.
Okay.
So you could kind of, like, have you heard of us before?
No, not at all. I
Wow.
see you on Instagram. I don't know if you know Alex.
Alex, I know a lot
Her
of
Instagram
Alex.
is Style Alex. She has a nonprofit organization that focuses on a foster youth.
Okay, probably like somebody that we've worked with before.
Maybe, but I found you through her Instagram, because I had just met her.
Wow.
I did a donation for my clothing brand for her, the thing she was hosting over the weekend. So I just found you on Instagram, and I was like, let me go do something. I'm actually, honestly, I'm on a 25-day challenge. My daughter recently passed away, so no, it's okay. I'm Alana. So I'm trying to honor her, just to keep myself busy and find ways to give back, so I won't fall back into that depression that I'm usually used to being in. So when I seen it, I was like, okay, this is another opportunity for me, not just to give back and help you all, but it's also going to help me. As far as healing and trying to just stay on my feet and
That's amazing.
Yeah, so
you have such a beautiful spirit.
Thank you.
Honestly, so thank you so much for sharing that with me. I know that that's tough, but just to see you pushing through and seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, just because life goes on.
Yes, ma'am.
That's incredible. That's
you.
inspiring.
Thank you. Of course.
So this is our school, or it used to be a school. We literally got shut down a year ago. So right now we're rebuilding, but we used to be known because we had a Nipsey Hussle basketball court.
It looked familiar. I'm like, wait, is that it? And where did it go?
Yes.
Okay.
So we actually rent from the church, and the church was not feeling it. They were not feeling it. They were not feeling the crowd of people that were coming in. It was so weird and so much tension, and we didn't want to lose the school.
Wow.
So we had to paint it over.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but
before we hear that.
It's okay. But before we painted it over, we added a gold halo. It was beautiful. We got a picture of it. Now it's forever.
I believe I seen it on Instagram. It went viral, so I get a chance to see it, but I didn't know that had happened.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
I know, but it's okay. But you know what's funny? So it went viral around 2018, 2019, and that brought so much opportunities, partnerships, community, member, it poured into so many of our kids.
Right.
And what people didn't know, they knew us because of the basketball court, but what they didn't know is that we were the only school in Los Angeles that had a mission to serve kids experiencing homelessness.
Okay.
There's no other school in LA that specifically wants to target that group of kids.
Right.
Because they come without paperwork, they come with to get they don't got medical records, all this, so it becomes this entanglement in the enrollment process in a system where you rely on that for funds. Right. So no school wants to go up against that challenge. We were the only ones. We had a 37 population of homeless students, and all of them were getting housed. We had a housing person. I'll walk you in and I'll give you the rundown, but so the founder of the school, her name is Dr. Hattie Mitchell. When she created the school, she literally was on Skid Row volunteering, and she said she saw a baby crawling on the street, and she was like, I need to create an opportunity for a baby like this, right? Because this is it for them, right? So she created this school years later, and she was and she did her dissertation when she was getting her doctorate on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is this triangle picture that basically says the kids need safety, they need housing, they need food, like in order to like self-actualize and be their best selves, right?
Of course.
To just be fulfilled,
Right.
So she based this school on that principle that kids need those basic needs. So she targeted homeless students, and then she created the Harmony Center.
Okay.
So this is a Harmony Center, and this is an escape for kids.
Oh, wow.
So we have social workers in here, we have MSWs, therapists. When kids were having a bad day or acting up, they would come in here and talk about their feelings. If they were, this is like the nurse's office, but it's a lot more cozier.
Right.
For kids who have
it seems safe.
It
it's
is.
A safe space.
It's literally. A Harmony. It's literally the Harmony Center.
Yes.
Even like this fish tank was like it's Fair Aquatic, which is a company that works with nonverbal kids.
Oh, wow.
A lot of times kids are not. It's not that they're nonverbal. It's that they have so much trauma that they choose not to speak.
Right.
So this was like another medium to like get through to kids, and it was it was beautiful in here. I haven't left since I stepped foot in this school, and I literally came as like a guest. Like I just wanted to see what they were doing.
Right.
And it changed my life, and I literally never left, even after we closed.
Right.
So this is the Harmony Center. This right here used to be a closet full of clothes. Like it used to be boxes of shoes for all of our kids. So if you came with shoes that were ripped up, you're leaving with brand new Jordan, like brand new, because we used to have all those partnerships because of the court.
Yeah.
So backpack, and it wasn't even these backpacks. It was nice backpack. Like our kids were getting top tier private school education, free of charge. They were getting, like, if you couldn't get to school, because another reason why schools don't enroll homeless kids is because they're never at school. So attendance, if you're not there, the school doesn't get money. Right? Or even if they need like IEP services, if you're not in school, you don't have good attendance, you don't get those services.
Right.
So it becomes so like hard to keep up with that demographic. So we, like, anything that was an issue, we were like, okay, how can we solve it, right? So when they didn't have transportation, okay, we bought some shuttles. We're picking you up every morning.
Right.
We hire somebody to wake you up, pick you up, get you in the car, and get to school.
That's a blessing.
We literally used to transform this into like a dental office, and we had UCLA medics in here treating our kids. When I taught transitional kindergarten here, I had a student named Queenie who had a rotten tooth, and her parents couldn't afford to go get dental help.
Right.
She would be crying in class. The next week we sent her to UCLA. She got a brand new, like, they cleaned out her tooth, gave her new, like, we were doing so much, so much. So this used to be the clothes, then hygiene products, and then this over here used to be our food pantry. Right. So parents, there was like plastic bags. They used to come and fill up their thing and then go home. And then in the office we have a laundry room. So parents used to drop off their laundry sometimes, like if they needed uniform, because all of our kids got free uniform and they had to wear it, because we still want to maintain like excellence. We want you to know that this is where your standard is of living. Like pulling them up. So we understood that like laundry is expensive. Sometimes you got a lot of kids. Sometimes you have 2 jobs. Sometimes you're a single parent. So drop off your clothes. It'll be clean once you pick up your child, and then your kid will have uniform the next day. And if they didn't bring that clothes, we had extra uniform for them, and we would change them.
Oh my Lord.
In my classroom, I literally had a closet with PJs, like when kids would pee on themselves, because sometimes that's also trauma too.
Right.
And it's embarrassing to pee on yourself. Yeah, and then if you don't got extra clothes, parent can't bring it to you, then you're dirty the whole day. We had pajamas. So it was like, you pee, you got pee pajamas.
Right.
So then it's like fun, and then I'm like, don't pee now.
Right, just because you want pajamas. Yeah, I'm watching you.
But we really just like loved on our kids like if they were our own.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anything like this.
There's nothing like this. There's nothing like this.
This is God given.
It is. It is. It literally is in every way. But the reason why I brought you in and I showed you like the clothing rack and the hygiene products and the pantries because of this. So. Let me see. So this is like a little timeline of our school. This is who we were. This is our last year. That's me, my baby, and my fiance.
Oh, cute.
We snuck him in there.
He looked like one of the students.
He does. We put a little uniform shirt on him. But that's our baby. He's always here. Like literally, we would be teaching, and he'd be on his little walker, and the kids would be like, "Hey, Arlington, what's up, Arlington?" Like that's my cousin Arlington. Even the kids who would like behave the worst, they love Darlington. When they would see him, they would calm down. So that was our dean of behavior.
Right. How amazing.
But this is like the story of our school. This is kind of like when it started, when we kind of popped off, like the highest.
That's a lot of kids.
This was the smallest group we had, and that last group that we had actually was 2 schools. I just couldn't find the second picture.
Oh wow!
Because we had 2 locations, so we doubled.
That's nice.
But this is kind of where our trajectory changed, and this is me and Miss Maddie. We're the last 2 standing, and the founder, Dr. Mitchell.
Okay.
The last 3 standing, but we turned. Miss Maddie used to be our custodian, like plant manager, and cafeteria lady.
Okay.
She used to feed all of our. She's from the South, so she cooks like really, really good food.
I've seen that on your Instagram. I was kind of curious about that.
Yeah, so we named it after Miss Maddie because the kids used to know like Miss Maddie's food is so good. Like you know, anytime we had Christmas, Thanksgiving, any event, she'd be making the food. Like even now that we have a private school, which I'll tell you about, she cooks the lunch for the kids. So they're not eating like rubber chicken from the state.
Right.
Like, they're like literally for breakfast on the first day, they had grits, they had bacon, they had eggs with cheese, they had toast.
Okay, Miss Maddie.
Yes.
I might need to come.
And then for lunch, like we were having like fried chicken, green beans, mashed potato. I gained some weight.
See, that'll do it.
But because of it, when we got accepted to become a food bank, we were like, oh, let's name it Crenshaw Kitchen. Let's name it this. And then the founder's mom, she was like, why not Maddie's Kitchen? And it was like, everybody was like, it is literally Maddie's Kitchen.
Right.
It will forever be Maddie's Kitchen. So that's what that is now. That's Miss Maddie over there.
Oh, that's her?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is Maddie. So
that's amazing.
So what was a pantry has become a food bank.
Okay.
You know, so what used to feed like only 300 students now feeds 500 families every Wednesday,
that
every
is
week.
A blessing.
And they leave with a box of everything, of meat, of produce, of strawberries, blueberries, snacks, anything you can think of, canned goods. They leave with a hefty box, so she don't skimp anybody out.
No, that's right.
Yes, like those
Thank
boxes
God for
are
Miss
full.
Maddie.
And mind you, all the volunteers that we have are like all white-haired older ladies.
Really?
And they're like working so hard. We were talking about yesterday, she told me I need some volunteers.
Aww.
She's like, it's like they're doing it, they're hauling people and lining them up and giving them the boxes, stocking them. Some people have cards, some people don't. Some people are disabled, some people are from the elderly home.
Right.
They shouldn't be carrying the boxes.
They shouldn't, yeah.
But you know, that's what we have right now. You know, we're literally starting back from zero. So I told her I would get her some volunteers. And look, you're here.
So, yes, I'm here.
So what was a pantry is now Maddie's Kitchen. What was a closet that we had, remember we had a closet where kids could get clothes and stuff? It became a free clothing store down the block.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
I'm about to check that out.
Yes, from 10 to 2.
Okay.
We basically create, so that used to be our executive office. When we were like a school, when we doubled, we got the office, and that's where we were hire people, you know, fire people, you know, all types of like contracts.
Are you guys interested in donations?
Oh, yeah.
I still have some t-shirt stuff from the last program that I can give you guys.
Always looking for stuff. Literally everything that comes to us gets distributed back.
Okay.
Like, you know, so, and then also we worked with, last week we had a whole neurodiverse camp, like with autistic children. Literally the campus was filled with 129 students.
Oh, wow.
So, and the special needs network that we worked with, they gave us a huge donation from Express, the store. So like professional clothing, brand new tags in, $100 shirts, $150 pants. So we filled it up over there so people can just come and get whatever they want.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so what was a little closet is now a free clothing store. What was a shelter coordinator, because you know I said our numbers for homeless students used to fluctuate because we had MSW social workers that would put our kids into housing units. So either housing units or like they have shared home living. Like there's different things that you could apply for. Also, like at the clothing store, we used to have the second floor available. So we had an emergency apartment for our family. So if anybody, let's say the mom was going through like a domestic violence situation, and she's like, oh, like I need housing immediately, like we would put them there. Okay. So that was like something that we had as an emergency. And sometimes Miss Maddie, when we ran as a school, she was like the foster parent of the school. And like a lot of our kids who were about to get put into the system and getting taken away, she stepped in and she's like, oh, I'll foster them. And then that became Dr. Mitchell saying, oh, I'll foster them. And then after that, that became me and my fiance. Okay, we'll foster them.
Right.
So then it really, like, our kids were literally our kids. Like, they lived with us. We took care of them, like, from start to finish. We're always available for our parents. It's different here, you know? So then they closed their school down because they said that our test scores were really low. But the gag is, so LAUSD is losing funding. Like, they're literally going bankrupt. So they're on a mission to close down all these, like, single entity schools, which is like, you know how ISEF has all those big schools?
Yeah.
And they got them all over, ISEF Inglewood, ISEF this, ISEF that. We are one school.
Right.
So they're on a mission to close all those little ones so the enrollment goes back into LAUSD and they get those funds. So what when we went to court, you know, or like the board of LAUSD to save our school, they said the reason why we're closing you is because you have low test scores. What they didn't tell us is that because our demographics were so radically, like, we literally enroll kids who are homeless, we technically qualify for something called an alternative dashboard.
Okay.
The alternative dashboard is, you know how every year kids take tests, standardized testing? You submit it to this database, and then it will categorize you of where your points are. So the year that they were checking our data, they said that we were below. And it wasn't like too much, it was like we're below. But because we qualified for the alternative dashboard, instead of measuring us with every kid in LA, we would have been measured with the kids who are also experiencing homelessness. Because it's a different measure for people.
Right.
You know, you can't measure somebody in El Segundo's success to somebody who literally doesn't have a house.
Right.
You know? So they created a system called the alternative dashboard for those kids, so they get judged accordingly. Right? For us, they didn't tell us that we qualified for that. And when we found out during like the process of the hearing, when we found out, we went back to the data company and we said, hey, we heard that technically we could have qualified for the alternative dashboard. Like, can you run our data as if it was on the alternative dashboard so we could see where our kids actually fell into?
Right.
Our kids were 30 points above the state of California.
Oh, wow.
Above the state.
Wow.
Yes, it wasn't like our kids were below. Our kids were higher than they historically have been.
Right.
And because it wasn't date stamped, they said we're not accepting that. Even though we had a letter from the owner of the data company saying, hey, it's true. If we ran their data through the alternative dashboard, which they qualified for, they would have been 30 points above the state. They still didn't want to receive it.
Wow.
Yeah. So they closed us down.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, because I'll tell you why.
Okay. I'm invested now.
Yes. So they ended up closing us. So we had a partner school called Learning by Design, which was like a project-based, very free-spirited school. We're different, you know. So we told them they were up for oversight too. So they were up to see whether their school was going to stay open or closed because they were a single charter. And the reason why on paper, because they had good test scores, they had really good test scores, not like us. They were like high achieving, right? They said the reason why we're closing you is because you have low enrollment. So they're changing the reason why.
Yeah,
right?
seems like they're looking for reasons.
That's exactly what they're doing. So they said, oh, we're closing you because you have low enrollment. So what did we do? We will give you half of our student body.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and the other half went to ISEF, the school over here, because now it's a gamble.
Right.
You for sure will survive oversight because you have lawyers and other partnering schools. You'll be fine. Half of our student body, we're literally saving the school, and our kids can stay together. Right. So we did that. Then they went up against the board, and the board said, actually, we can't count this enrollment because it was given to you. It was not like organic enrollment.
Oh my Lord.
So they closed the school down, and now they closed that one down.
Both of them? Oh my goodness.
And now the ISEF school, which my fiance is now the principal of, they're up for renewal next year.
Oh really?
Yeah. But they're like safer because they have so many schools. But the way that they're moving up there, trying to close down all these little charter schools, but it's like you didn't take the time to hear what we've been doing with these kids.
Yeah.
And even when we were up against the board, even when we were telling them, this is Miss Maddie.
Hi, Miss Maddie.
How are you?
I'm blessed. How are you? Nice to meet you.
The same way that when the school closed down, we thought it was over, but we just expanded into the broader community. It's the same way that I feel like that's what that video.
It's not over. It's God's will.
It's not. It is
God's plan.
Even you being here, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
no, I believe that.
Yeah.
This was not a coincidence whatsoever. I didn't know what I was coming into. I thought I was just gonna come in, do some decorations and leave.
Wow.
But to hear the backstory of this, I'm
like you locked in.
Girl, I'm locked in. I live like 40 minutes away, but I'm willing to commute back and forth to, like, if you guys seriously need the help and the volunteers, I'm here.
Okay.
Like I'm invested, absolutely.
Yay.
And I love kids. I have a great personal relationship with just children. I don't know what it is, but I have a history of working with kids. I was an after school teacher. I was coach mini sports and all type of stuff. So this is literally right up my alley.
Yeah.
Right up my alley. So I'm glad to be here and I can assist.
And then I feel like that's so fire too, because like, okay, so we opened up a school on my birthday. So Hattie, she founded CREEP, right? And then once the school closed down, I was like, honestly, I've been doing this since I was a kid. Like my dad's a professor, they're pastors, you always, I'm around teachers and all of that.
Yeah.
I told myself, this marks year 20 for me, technically, And so I was like, I think I'm gonna throw in the towel. This is just, it's time to do a 9 to 5 and take care of my son. Like that's it. The next week after, like I had left already and I was on disability, my money was about to run out. She calls me and she said, hey, like I had a dream that you were gonna co-own a private school with me that's like homeschool style, like learning. And mind you, when I used to teach transitional kindergarten, they used to call my class APTK. Like they used to call me the preschool professor. Like they were in there like learning, like really learning. Like I had a whole curriculum where it's like SAT words and you put it in storytelling, and so it makes the kids understand the vocabulary even though they're 3, 4, or 5.
Right.
So and I have kids, including her daughter, who skip grades and like are now 6 years old going to 3rd grade.
Look at you.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So she saw that, and then I took everything she did with the school and I put it in my classroom. Like I literally had a pantry that was funded by Whole Foods. My kids can, no matter what, if you misbehave, everybody's eating.
Right.
Food is the basic human right, know. So they were in there, same with the potty. Like we looked at a classroom like it should be like framed like a home and not like a prison.
Right. Absolutely.
Because
I agree.
Schools are kind of like
set up like prisons.
Like mirroring prisons. So we didn't like that, and then she was like, hey, like I had this dream that you were gonna own this homeschool with me, and I was like, and God was giving me this blessing. And I was like, I didn't feel worthy of it. So I was like, honestly, like, I think, like, this is fun. Like, I like that idea, but I don't think that this is for me,
Yeah.
And mind you, I don't have the best relationship with my mom. But we do have family night where we all talk and, every once a week. I go to her house and she never tells me about her dreams. And she's like, Karen, yo tuve un sueño. Like I had a dream that you were gonna own a homeschool center. This like
the same dream.
2 days after she told me that.
Right.
So then and mind you, around this time I was applying for like basic jobs. Like I'm talking about Chick-fil-A. Like I did not want to deal with anything. I just wanted to boom, 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 go home.
Yeah.
I would get the job and then it would get taken away. I would get the job and actually no, we're rescinding the contract. And it was so weird because that was so foreign to me.
It was God.
Girl, he was taking me out and literally put me in here. And then I get a call from the Special Needs Network, which is the camp that we just had last week. And they were like, hey, we heard that you like opened up this camp when you were 19 years old, 10 years ago. And they were like, and we want to see if you can help us revamp our camp this summer. And I was like, look, I'm really trying to get out of education. And he was like, okay, well, let us know. The camp's going to be at Creed Academy. I'm like, what? They're like,
God's will.
I got to be here, So he pulled me back in. So now, like, I have this school that opened up on my birthday, and I'm always looking for opportunities for the students to learn about real world experiences, whether that's like, let's go to the elderly home, read to the elderly, and we'll have a script of questions that they ask, or, maybe all of this to say, like, maybe you coming in and doing like a class, like if you coach, come in. We always try to find like, what are you passionate about, and then what could you pour into our kids?
Right.
So I'm like, I don't know. I think you came to volunteer for the school, but like I just kind of wanted to show you all the things we're working on, so you can like decide like where you might fit best in this volunteer work. Like,
right.
Whether it's the free store, and our former student's parent created this because she was like, I guess she said she dropped off her kid and she saw a kid with like ripped shoes and it like made her feel bad because her kid used to come with lunchbox, backpack, braids, clean, you know, and then she sees a kid in his class who has ripped shoes. So she literally started off by when we would have an event, she'll have like a little rack of things that her friends donated. When the school closed down, we didn't want to lose the office, so she said, can I just use it and like do the store from there?
Right.
And we'll put our partnerships together and I'll run it. So right now she's running it like no money's coming in from that. We're coming out of pocket for the building, you know?
Right.
And like I don't even think like she gets paid. I think she's just volunteering, you know?
Wow, bless
and
her
then,
heart.
Same with Maddie's Kitchen, like we got approved to become a food bank, but we don't get like a stipend or anything from that. It's literally like we're looking for volunteers to pour that out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So Miss Maddie gets paid, but Hattie's the one that pays. But so it's like we're really just like out here just trying to pour as much as we can, and, you know, and trying to get back to where we were. Once the class started getting bigger, I moved over here. We try to keep the vibe very minimal. You know, very minimal.
I love it.
Low lighting. We never turn on the LED lights. It's too overstimulating.
Right.
Everything's always natural lighting. We're gonna have plants. There's gonna be a diffuser in every class. An air purifier.
This is amazing. I'm proud of you. I don't even know your full story, but I'm proud of you. For real. You're very welcome.
Thank you. I feel like God literally, like, when I tell people, like, I started when I was 9. Like, I literally was at my first camp for LA's Best when I was 9 years old. And I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
And look at you.
Yes, I'm doing it. And even when I try to go, he'll pull me back in.
He's using you as a vessel, girl. This is amazing.
Yeah, look at those dictionaries.
Oh, okay.
I always show everybody this one. They love it. Like, they, like, trip out that, like, there's so many letters and words.
I bet. That's amazing. Yeah. Do you accept donations for books, too?
Everything.
Okay. I have some books, too, to give you.
Please. That library was literally built by donation.
Aww.
This is another one of our classrooms.
Oh, I love this.
So we're basically going through our inventory and seeing what we have.
Right.
Even, our teachers lab, they look.
I haven't seen anything like this.
Thank you.
At all. So this is amazing. I commend you guys for doing this.
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
I guess, like, you know, right now the main consistent support that we need is on Maddie's Kitchen days.
Okay.
You know, so like. And also like Mondays, Tuesdays, which is the prep work of Maddie's Kitchen. That's when we get the huge donations, and you know they put them in boxes on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays when they start distributing. And I think that like sometimes like our lines like literally, because we have 2 lines, so it's a physical line where people line up like and get it one by one. And then there's a car line. So literally all around the block, the cars are like back to back.
Wow.
They park, they get a box, but we don't have cards. I'm gonna try to reach out to a company to see if they could donate them, like cards so the ladies don't have to carry the boxes.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, like we'll have people that like only have one leg, people who are on canes, and like the people helping them are also older. You know, it's hard.
Yeah.
You know.
Only imagine.
She be busting her butt.
I bet. She's still in here busting her butt. Put that mouth down.
She said, put that mouth down. She does. She does.
Oh, thank God for her strength.
Yeah, and they were asking her too to cook on Saturday for the housing unit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they're doing like a brunch with the moms, and like a community brunch. So all the people in the shelter get to know each other.
Aw, that's amazing.
But yeah, Miss Maddie, she found us on Instagram. Remember I told her yesterday I'm gonna post it.
Yeah.
You know, and
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm glad to be here, and I can, you know, extend a helping hand in any way.
All right, thank you.
You're very welcome.
yeah, but that's our space, you know.
I was like right now. You got old people.
Yeah, she was telling me.
But they be working though.
Yeah, they do.
They be working.
Like, it's crazy to me. I'm like, how the hell do they have so much energy? Like, I'm talking about they're carrying big boxes, and like, and when we're talking about old, like, they don't have one black hair in their head.
Really?
Huh, Miss Maddie?
Aww.
Yeah, it's
Literally
one-
hair like
it's-
snow.
It's one right there, her hair snow. She's a little bit lady.
Aw, bless her
She
heart.
was like, oh, let me get it. I be like, let me go put these boxes in trash. No, I got it. Let me get it. I got it. She said, but I get it. Just give me time. I'll get it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But thank you, Maddie. Yeah, so right now I'm literally like almost nesting. Like I'm going into every like space, every like, and literally just trying to like make it look good. Yeah, so I mean, I did most of it because this was like trashed, like it was boxes and stuff. So I did a lot of it.
You did a good job.
Thank you. But you get me, there's still like stuff that's like not anywhere.
Yeah.
And then, like, let me see what else. Like, well, this somebody, the gardening teacher is gonna pick this up, and this is going to our. We got a donation of sponges, so it's going to our shelter, cause we provide.
So I've just been helping organize with the store, and she walked away, which I'm glad because I've been farting, and I'm in that new senior, so it's probably safer out there for her. Hey y'all, Honest Mama here. Now before we get into what we are really here for, I do owe Creek Academy an apology because baby, I was in there blowing that store up. I'm so sorry it was lethal, but I'm so glad she walked away. It was probably the safest place for her not to be at that point. But I couldn't just let loose in the middle of the conversation, so, you know. Anyway, that's not why we are here. I had the opportunity of helping organize their Creek store, in which it was so much fun. It was a little hot in there, but it was fun. Before I move forward, I'm sure you guys are expecting a backstory, and so was I. But there's no backstory today. God has sent us on a different mission. All I can say is if my daughter was still living, I would have definitely found a way to enroll her into this academy. It just seemed like a perfect fit. But we are here to talk about Creek Academy, and more importantly, the women behind it. I had the privilege of meeting Miss Hattie, the founder herself, and spending time with Miss Karen. And when I tell you this woman's spirit is just as beautiful as she is, I walked out of that academy inspired, not just because of what I saw, but because of what I felt. Miss Karen opened up to me about her journey in education, her passion for children, and her heart for serving her community. And those weren't just words. You could feel the passion. Unfortunately, as she mentioned, Creek Academy has closed its doors. But here's what stood out to me. Even in the midst of that disappointment, even in the middle of that shutdown, Miss Maddie and Miss Karen are still looking for ways to serve, still looking for their community, and still showing up. And that reminded me of something. A building can close, a program can end, but a God-given mission, that's a different story. And I made sure I relayed that message to Miss Karen because when God puts something in you, circumstances do not have the final say. And honestly, I had no idea what I was walking into that day. I thought I was simply walking into a school because I wanted to lend a helping hand. But God had something completely different in mind. And although I didn't mention this to her, while Miss Karen was giving me a tour, I walked through those halls praying. I walked in every classroom and prayed. I prayed for the children who had once filled those rooms. I prayed for the families who need those doors to be open. I prayed for one day that the classrooms will be filled again. And not just filled, I mean overflowing with children, overflowing with families, and overflowing with purpose to the point where they don't have a choice but to build another school. Because y'all, I have never seen anything like this, and I'm willing to bet a lot of y'all haven't either. And I've always said to myself, I wanted to homeschool my children, and if I couldn't teach them myself, I would find someone who could. But imagine my surprise when I discovered that right here in my very own backyard was an academy committed to educating children for free. And it's not the type of education that we're used to. You know, they're not just throwing out tests at these children and expecting them to pass without giving them the proper resources. This school has dedicated themselves to find ways to incorporate real life experiences. So when these children do grow up to go and face the real world, they can say, you know what, this is familiar. I was taught this at Creek Academy and now I can apply it to my life. And it didn't just stop at education. If a family was experiencing homelessness, they help. If a child needed clothes, they help. If a family needed food, they help. They serve the whole child. And what makes that even more powerful is that they continue to do so even while facing their own closure. So tell me, who does that? I'll tell you who. God. Nobody but God. using beautiful women as vessels to love, educate, encourage, and serve their community. And I still don't know exactly why God sent me to Creed Academy that day, but maybe I don't need to know all of it, because while Miss Karen was sharing her story, I had the opportunity to share mine. I got to tell her about the love of God and what He has done in my life. And I won't get into all of that right now, but let me leave you with this. God can take a non-believer and turn them into a believer. He can take a closed door and create a new beginning. He could take an empty classroom and fill it again. And sometimes God will send you somewhere thinking you're going to be a blessing, only for you to realize you were the one who needed the blessing. So Creed Academy, I may not know what the next chapter looks like, but I do believe those prayers that I prayed while walking through those halls were not wasted. God heard every single one. And I'm believing that what looks like an ending is really just the beginning of something greater. So if you are in the LA area and you are seeking, you just have the desire. I know you want to get back. I know you want to get back some way. I know you've been waiting for somebody to say, hey, we need volunteers. This is your opportunity to do so. They are now seeking volunteers to help out with Miss Maddie's Kitchen, which is the food bank that they now have available for their community. So I will be there on Wednesdays helping them old ladies pick up them boxes, because it ain't no way. It's like me watching my 84-year-old auntie pick up a box knowing I have the will and the capability to do so myself. That broke my heart when I heard that, but it also inspired me to know that there's people out here who are willing to help and give their all, like literally. So again, if you are available, it doesn't even have to be a full day. You could come and volunteer for 30 minutes to an hour. I'm sure any help will help. Or even if you have the ability to donate, whether it's clothes, food, funds, whatever it is, God has put it on your heart to donate to Creed Academy. Please don't miss out on this opportunity, because every time you donate, 100% of that donation goes back to somebody's child. And y'all know I love the kids. They are our future. And she didn't say it, but from what I realized, at Creed Academy, no child is left behind. So there's just absolutely no excuse. If someone you know is experiencing homelessness and they need to have their children in school but don't have the right documentation, Creed Academy. If you know somebody who's experiencing homelessness, whether that's a single father or a single mother, Creed Academy. If you know someone who is in need of groceries, Creed Academy. Or if you just simply want to give back and serve your community by donating in some way, shape, or form, Creed Academy. I repeat, Creed Academy. So before I end this video, I do just want to thank you guys for sticking out yet another day with me and finding ways to honor my daughter. This has took an unexpected turn, but for the good. And I'm so happy that I had the opportunity to be a part of Creed Academy and share their story. So shout out to Miss Karen, shout out to Miss Hattie, and shout out to Miss Maddie. Creed Academy is where it's at. I ain't even gonna hold you. Again, you've never seen nothing like it. You ain't gonna find nothing like it, because it ain't nothing like it. So make your way down there to Creed Academy. Donate, give back, lend a helping hand if you can, or just simply extend a prayer as they are on their way to new beginnings. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Okay, bye.